take responsibility for items damaged in transit. The captain of your vessel was given warning at time of loading that it was not suitable for the carriage of robots, and so damaged items cannot be charged to our account. Yours faithfully, Rosam's Universal Robots. Is that it now? Yes. New letter, Friedrichswerke, Hamburg. We are pleased to receive receipt for your order of 15,000 robots. Hello? Central office? Yes, of course. Fine. Send him a telegram. Where were we?
Your order for 15,000 robots?
15,000 robots. 15,000 robots.
Mr. Dolman, there is a lady outside who is asking...
Who is it?
I do not know.
Mr. Glory, managing director. Send him in!
Please come in, madam.
Do come in.
Mr. Dolman, Managing Director?
At your service.
I've come to see you.
With the visiting card of Mr. Glory. No more need be said.
Mr. Glory is my father. I am Helena Glory.
Miss Glory, it is an exceptional honor for us
That you came to show me the door.
that we can welcome the daughter of an illustrious businessman such as your father. Please, take a seat. Sula, you can go now. How can I help you, Miss Glory?
I've come here.
To see our factory for making people for yourself. And of course, you're very welcome.
Well, I thought it wasn't allowed to.
Enter the factory? Well, of course not. But everyone who comes here has a recommendation from someone, Miss Glory.
And you let everyone see it.
Not all of it. Making artificial people is an industrial secret.
Why do you never let me finish what I say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that not what you were going to say?
I was going to ask.
Whether I might show you something in our factory that the others aren't allowed to see? Well, I'm sure that'll be all right, Miss Glory.
What makes you think that's what I was going to ask?
Everyone who comes here asks for the same thing, and I'm sure that'll be all right, Miss Glory.
Thank you.
All that I ask is that you don't say anything at all to anyone else.
Word of honor.
Thank you. Would you not like to take off your veil?
Oh, of course. You'll be wanting to see my face. Do excuse me.
It's all right.
If you would just let go of my hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Do you want to make sure I'm not a spy? You seem very careful.
Oh, yes. That's just how we are.
Don't you trust me?
Exceptionally, do excuse me, Miss Glory. This is an exceptional pleasure. Did you have a good crossing?
Yes. Why?
Well, that is because you are very young.
Are we going into the factory now?
Yes, I suppose about 22
22 what?
years.
21. Why do you want to know that?
Well, that is, you will be staying here for quite some time, won't you?
Well, that depends on how much you choose to show me.
Ah, the damned factory. But of course, you can see everything. Please, sit down. I suppose you'll be wanting to hear the history behind our invention?
Yes, I would.
Well, this is what happened. It was in 1920 when old Rosam, still a young man then, but a great scientist, came to live on this isolated island in order to study marine biology. Stop. Alongside his studies, he made several attempts to synthesize the chemical structure of living tissues known as protoplasm. And he eventually discovered a material that behaved just the same as living tissue, despite being chemically quite different. This was in 1932, exactly 440 years after the discovery of America.
Do you know all this by heart?
I do. Physiology really isn't my subject. Shall I carry on?
If you like.
And then this, Miss Glory, is what he wrote down in his chemical notes. Nature has found only one way of organizing living matter. There is, however, another, which is easier, quicker to produce, and easier to mold than nature ever stumbled across. This other path along which life might have developed is what I have just discovered. Imagine, he wrote these words about some kind of cordial jelly that not even a dog would eat. Imagine him sitting there with a test tube and thinking about how it could grow out into an entire tree of life, starting with a tiny coil of life and ending with man himself. Man made of different material than we are. Miss Glory, this was one of the great moments of history.
What happened next?
Next? Next, he had to get this life out of the test tube and speed up its development so it could create some of the organs needed, such as catalysts and enzymes and so on. And he had to create materials such as hormones and so on and so on. And in short, are you understanding all of this?
I'm not sure. Perhaps not all of it.
I don't understand any of it. It's just that using this slime, he could have created a Medusa with the brain of Socrates or a worm 50 meters long. But old Rosem didn't have a trace of humor about him. So we got it into his head to make a normal vertebrate such as a human being. And so that's what he started doing.
What exactly was it he tried to do?
Imitating nature. First, he tried to make an artificial dog, but the result was something like a malformed deer, which died after a few days. I can show it to you in the museum. And then he set to work making a human being.
And is that what I'm not allowed to tell anyone?
No one whatsoever.
Pity it's in all the papers then.
That is a pity. But you know what's not in all the papers? That old Rosem was completely mad. Seriously, but keep that to yourself. He seriously wanted to create a human being.
Well, that's what you do, isn't it?
Something like that, yes. But old Rosem meant it entirely literally. He wanted, in some scientific way, to take the place of God. He was a convinced materialist, and he wanted to do everything just to prove there was no God needed. Do you know anything about anatomy, Miss Glory?
Not really, no.
Nor do I. But just think of how old Rosem got it into his head to make everything. Every organ, just as they are in the human body. The appendix, the tonsils, the belly button, even the things with no function at all, even the sexual organs.
Well, the sexual organs, they
they do have a function. I realize that, but if people are going to be made artificially, then there's not really much need for them.
I see what you mean.
In the museum, I can show you the monstrosity he created over the 10 years he was working. It was supposed to be a man, but it lived for a total of 3 days. Old Rosem had no taste whatsoever. This thing is horrible, just horrible what he did. But on the inside, it's got all the things that a man's supposed to have. Really, the detail of the work is quite amazing. And then Rosem's nephew came here. Now this man, Miss Glory, was a genius. As soon as he saw what old Rosem was doing, he said, "This is ridiculous. To spend 10 years making a man. If you can't do it quicker than nature, then you might as well give up on it." And so he began to study anatomy himself.
That's not what they say in the papers either.
What they say in the papers are paid advertisements and all sorts of nonsense. But they say the old man invented the robots himself, for one thing. What the old man did might have been all right for a university, but he had no idea about industrial production. He thought he'd be making real people, real Indians or real professors or real idiots. It was young Rosem who had the idea of making robots that were a living and intelligent workforce. What they say in the papers about the two men working together is just a fairy tale. In fact, they never stopped arguing. The old atheist had no idea about industry and commerce, and the young man ended up shutting him up in his laboratory while he got on with the real work himself in a proper scientific way. Old Rosem literally cursed him. He carried on in his laboratory, producing 2 more physiological monstrosities. And then one day, they found him there dead. And that's the whole story.
And then, what did the young one do?
Now young Rosem, that was the start of a new age. After the age of production, after the age of research came the age of production. He took a good look at the human body and he saw that it was much too complicated. Any good engineer would design it much more simply. He began to look at the whole anatomy and see what he could leave out or simplify. I'm not boring you, am I?
No, quite the opposite. This is fascinating.
So young Rosem said to himself, man is a being that likes to do things, such as play the violin. He likes to go for walks, and all sorts of other things which are simply not needed.
Oh, I see.
No, wait. Which are simply not needed for tasks such as weaving or calculating. A petrol engine doesn't have any tassels or ornaments on it, and making an artificial worker is just like making a petrol engine. The cheaper you make production, the better you make the product. What sort of worker do you think is the best, Miss Glory?
The best sort of worker, I suppose someone who is honest and dedicated.
No! The best worker is the cheapest worker, the one that has the least needs. What young Rosem invented was a worker with the least needs possible. He took a good look at the human body and threw out everything that wasn't of direct use in his work. That's to say, he took out the man and put in the robot. Miss Glory, robots are not people. They're mechanically much better than we are, but they don't have a soul. What young Rosem invented was something far more sophisticated than nature ever did, technically at least.
Well, they do say man was created by God.
So much the worse for them. God had no idea about modern technology. Would you believe that young Rosem, when he was alive, was playing at God?
And how was he doing that?
He started to make super robots, living monsters. He tried to make them 4 meters tall. You wouldn't believe how those things kept breaking up.
Breaking up?
Yes, all of a sudden, for no reason, an arm or a leg would break. The world just seems too small for monsters like that. So now we make them normal size and normal proportions.
I saw my first robot in our village. They bought him to, well, that's to say they'd employ him.
Bought it, Miss Glory. Robots are bought and sold.
They'd obtained him to work as a road sweeper. I watched him working. He was very strange, so quiet.
Have you seen my typist?
I didn't really notice her.
You know, Rosem's Universal Robots Limited has never really made individual robots. But we do have some that are better than others. The best can last up to 50 years.
And then they die, do they?
Yes, they get worn out. Sula, let Miss Glory have a look at you.
Pleased to meet you. It must be very hard from you out here, cut off from the rest of the world.
I do not know the rest of the world, Miss Glory. Please sit down.
Well, where are you from?
From here, the factory.
Oh, you were born here.
Yes, I was made here.
What?
Miss Glory, Sula isn't a person. She's a robot.
Oh, please forgive me.
Sula doesn't have feelings. You can touch her face and see how we make the skin.
Oh, no.
It feels just the same as human skin. Sula even has the sort of down on her face you'd expect on a blonde. Perhaps her eyes are a bit small, but look at that hair. Turn around, Sula.
Stop it!
Talk to our guest. We're very honored to have her here.
Please sit down, miss. Did you have a good crossing?
Yes, very good. Thank you.
It will be better not to go back on the Amelia, Miss Glory. The barometer is dropping fast and has sunk to 705. Wait for the Pennsylvania. That is a very good and very strong ship.
How big is it?
It is 12,000 tons and can travel at 20 knots.
All right, that's enough now, Sula. Show us how well you can speak French.
You speak French.
I speak 4 languages. I can say dear sir, cher monsieur, libre air, stunning panic.
Oh, well, this is all humbug! You're all charlatans! Sula's not a robot! She's a living girl just like I am! Oh, Sula, you should be ashamed of yourself! Why are you play acting like this?
I am a robot.
You're lying! Oh, I'm sorry. I realize they force you to act like this to make their products look good. But you don't have to put up with it, Sula. Do you hear me? You're a living girl just like I am. Admit it!
I'm sorry, Miss Glory, but Sula really is a robot.
You're lying!
What's that? Well, if you'll allow me, seems I'll have to convince you. Radius, take Sula down down to the dissection room to have her opened up. Quickly!
Where?
The dissection room. Once they've opened her up, you can come down and have a look.
I'm not going in there.
I'm sorry, but you did say something about lying.
You're going to have her killed?
Don't kill a machine.
Don't worry, Sula. I won't let them take you. Do they always treat you like this? Well, you don't have to put up with it. Do you hear me? You don't have to put up with it.
I am a robot.
Oh, I don't care what you are. Robots are people just as good as we are. Are you really going to let them cut you open?
Yes.
And aren't you afraid of dying?
I do not understand dying, Miss Glory.
Well, do you know what would happen to you then?
Yes, I would cease to move.
Oh, this is terrible.
Radius, tell the lady what you are.
Robot, Radius.
And would you take Sula down to the dissection room?
Yes.
Or would you not feel any pity for her?
I do not understand pity.
What would happen to her?
She would cease to move. She would be put on the scrap heap.
That's what death is, Radius. Are you afraid of death?
No.
There, you see, Miss Glory, robots don't cling to life. There's no way they could do. They've got no sense of pleasure. They're less than the grass.
Oh, stop it. Send them out of here at least.
Radius, Sula, you can go now.
They're horrible. This is vile what you're doing.
What's vile about it?
I don't know. Why do you call her Sula?
Don't you like that name?
Sula's a man's name. He was a Roman general.
Was he? We thought Marius and Sula were lovers.
No, Marius and Sula were generals who fought against each other in... I don't remember when.
Come over to the window. What do you see?
Bricklayers.
Robots. All our staff here are robots. And over there,
Some kind of office.
the accounts department. And in the
Lots of office workers.
robots. All our office staff are robots. And over there's the factory. Lunchtime. The robots don't know when they're supposed to stop working. Later I'll show you the mixers.
What mixers?
For mixing the dough. Each one can mix the material for 1,000 robots at a time. And then there are the vats of the liver and the brain, and the bone factory, and the spinning mill.
What spinning mill?
The spinning mill where we make the nerve fibers in the veins, and the intestine mill where kilometers of tubing run through at a time. And then there's the assembly room where all these things are put together. It's a lot like making a car, really. Each worker contributes just his own part of production, which goes on to the next worker, and to the third, and so on and so on. It's all very fascinating to watch. And then they go into the drying room and into storage where the newly made robots work.
You mean you make them work as soon as they're made?
Well, really, it's more like working in a way the new piece of furniture works. They need to get used to the feeling that they exist. And there are just some things on the inside that just aren't present until this time. You see, we need to leave some room for natural development. And in the meantime, the newly made robots go through their apprenticeship.
What does that involve?
Much like going to school for a person, they learn to read and write and do arithmetic as they've got amazing memories. If you read them a 20-volume encyclopedia, they can repeat it back to you word for word. But they never think of anything new for themselves. They'd make very good university lecturers. Then they're sorted and distributed. 15,000 of them a day, not counting those that are defective and go back on the scrap heap. And so on and so on.
Are you cross with me?
God, no, I just thought we might talk about something else. There are just so few of us here, surrounded by hundreds of thousands of robots and no women at all. All we ever talk about is production levels all day, every day. It's as if there was some kind of curse on us.
I'm very sorry I called you a liar.
Come in.
Ah, not disturbing you, are we?
No, please, come in. Miss Glory, this is Alquist, Fabry, Gall, Hallemeyer, Mr. Glory's daughter.
Good afternoon.
We had no idea.
This is a great pleasure.
It's nice to see you here, Miss Glory.
Hello. What's going on here?
Ah, hello, Busman. Busman, this is Mr. Glory's daughter.
Pleased to meet you.
Miss Glory, would you mind if we send a telegram to the newspapers to say that you've come?
Oh, no. Please don't do that.
Please, do sit down.
So, did you have a good journey, Miss Glory?
Will you be staying here with us for long?
What do you think of our factory, Miss Glory?
Harold Amelia, did you?
Quiet! Let Miss Glory speak.
What should I say?
Whatever you like.
Should I be open with them?
Of course you should.
Tell me, do you mind the way you're treated?
Treated by whom?
All the people.
The way we're treated.
How do you mean?
Oh my God. My word, Miss Glory.
Well, don't you think you could have some sort of better existence?
That all depends, Miss Glory. What do you mean?
Well, what I mean is, this is horrible! It's vile! The whole of Europe is talking about the way you're treated and what's going on here. So I've come to see for myself. And I find it's 1,000 times worse than anyone ever thought! How can you bear it?
What is it you think that we have to bear?
Your positions here. You are people just like I am. Like the whole of Europe. Like the whole world. It's a scandal the way you live. It isn't worthy of you.
Dear Miss Glory.
But I think there must be something to what Miss Glory says, lads. We do live here like a camp of Indians.
Worse than Indians. May I call you brothers?
Oh, why on earth not?
Brothers, I have not come here on the behalf of my father. I have come here on behalf of the League of Humanity! Brothers, the League of Humanity! Now has more than 2,000 members. There are 2,000 people who are standing up for you and want to help you.
2,000 members. That's very nice. Very nice indeed.
I always say, old Europe hasn't had its day yet. You hear that, lads? They haven't forgotten about us. They want to help us.
What sort of help did you have in mind? A theater performance, perhaps?
An orchestra?
More than that.
Yourself?
Oh, don't mind myself. I will stay for as long as it's needed.
Dear me, that is good news.
Well, I'll go and get the best room ready for Miss Glory then, gentlemen.
Wait a second, Alquist. I have a feeling Miss Glory hasn't finished speaking quite yet.
No, I haven't finished, unless you mean to shut me up by force.
Harry, how dare you?
Oh, thank you. I knew you'd protect me.
I'm sorry, Miss Glory, but are you sure you're talking to robots?
Well, who else would I be talking to?
I'm afraid these gentlemen are people, just like you are. Just like the whole of Europe.
You're not robots.
God forbid.
That is disgusting.
Well, thank you very much.
But that's impossible.
On my word of honor, Miss Glory, we are not robots.
Well, then why did you tell me all of your staff were robots?
All the staff are robots, but not the management. Allow me to introduce them. Fabry, General Technical Director here at Rossum's Universal Robots. Dr. Gall, Director of the Department for Robot Physiology and Research. Dr. Hallemeyer, Director of the Department for Robot Psychology and Behavior. Mr. Busman, Commercial Director. And Alquist, Head of Construction here at Rossum's Universal Robots.
Oh, gentlemen, I'm so sorry. This is horrible. What have I done?
It doesn't matter, Miss Glory. Please, take a seat.
What a stupid girl I am. Now you're going to send me back on the next ship.
Not for the world. Why would we want to do that?
Well, because now you know. You know I want to destroy your business.
But there have already been hundreds of saviors and prophets here. More of them arrive with every ship. Missionaries, anarchists, the Salvation Army. You'd be surprised just how many churches and madmen there are in the world.
And you let them talk to the robots.
Of course, why not? We've let them all do it so far. The robots remember everything they're told. But that's all they do. They don't even laugh at what people tell them. If you want, I can take you down to storage and you can talk to the robots there.
347,000.
All right, then. You can read them the Bible, logarithmic tables, anything. You can even preach to them about human rights.
Well, I just thought they were just showing a little love.
That's impossible, Miss Glory. There's nothing more different from people than a robot.
Why do you make them?
That's a good one. Why do we make robots?
So that they can work for us, Miss Glory. One robot can replace 2.5 workers. The human body is very imperfect. One day it had to be replaced with a machine that would work better.
People cost too much.
They were very unproductive. They weren't good enough for modern technology. And besides, this is wonderful progress that... I beg your pardon.
What?
My apologies. But to give birth to a machine is wonderful progress. It's more convenient and it's quicker. And everything that's quicker means progress. Nature had no notion of the modern rate of work. From a technical standpoint, the whole of childhood is quite pointless, simply a waste of time. And thirdly...
Oh, stop it!
As you like. Can I ask you, what is it your League of Humanity stands for?
Well, what it's meant to do is, well, it's meant to make sure that the robots are treated properly.
That's not at all that objective. A machine should always be treated properly. In fact, I agree with you completely. I never like it when things are damaged. Miss Glory, would you mind enrolling all of us as new paying members of your organization?
Oh, no. You don't understand. What we actually want to do, well, we want to set the robots free!
To the what?
They should be treated like people.
So you mean they should have the vote? Do you think they should be paid a wage as well?
Well, of course they should.
We have to see about it. And what do you think they do with their wages?
Well, they would buy things they need, things that bring them pleasure.
This all sounds very nice, but only robots don't feel pleasure. And what are these things they're even supposed to buy? They can be found on pineapples, straws, anything you like. It's all quite safe to them. They haven't got a sense of taste. There is nothing that interests me in Miss Glory. It is not as if anyone ever seen a robot laugh.
Why don't you make them happier?
We couldn't do that. They're only robots after all. They got no will of their own, no passions, no hopes, no soul.
And no love and no courage?
Well, of course they don't feel love. Robots don't love anything, not even themselves. And courage? Well, I'm not quite so sure about that. A couple of times, not very often, mind, they have shown some resistance.
What?
Well, nothing particular, just that they seem to sort of go silent. It's almost like some kind of epileptic fit. Robot cramp, we call it. Or sometimes one of them might suddenly smash whatever it's in hand, or stand still, or grind their teeth, and then they just have to go on the scrap heap. It's clearly just some technical disorder.
Some kind of fault in the production.
No! That's their soul!
Do you think grinding of teeth is the beginning of a soul?
We can fix that problem, Miss Glory. Dr. Gall is working on some experiments right now.
No, not quite yet, Doman. At present, I'm working on nerves for feeling pain.
Nerves for feeling pain.
That's right. Robots have virtually no sense of physical pain, as young Rossum simplified the nervous system a bit too much. That turns out to have been a mistake. And so we're working on pain now.
Well, if you don't want to give them a soul, why do you want them to feel pain?
For good industrial reasons, Miss Glory. The robots sometimes cause themselves damage because it causes them no pain. They do things such as pushing their hand into a machine, slicing off a finger, or even smash their heads in. It just doesn't matter to them. But if they have pain, it'll be an automatic protection against injuries.
Will they be any happier when they can feel pain?
Quite the opposite. But it will be a technical improvement.
Why don't you create a soul for them?
That's not within our power.
That wouldn't be in our interest.
That would raise production costs. Just think how cheaply we make them. $120 each. 15 years ago, they cost $10,000. 5 years ago, we still had to buy the clothing for them, and now we even have our own weaving mills and sell material at the price of other mills. Tell me, Miss Glory, what do you pay for a meter of cloth?
I don't know. I've forgotten.
Dear me, and you were wanting to establish the League of Humanity. Miss Glory, the price of a meter of cloth is 3 times cheaper. The price of everything is 3 times cheaper. The price of everything is going down, down, and down.
I don't see what you mean.
What I mean, Miss Glory, is the price of labor is getting cheaper. A robot costs no more than 3/4 of a cent per hour. Everybody wants the robots, and those that don't are going bankrupt.
Yes, and sending their workers out on the streets.
Well, of course they are. And while they're doing that, we're sending 500,000 tropical robots into the Argentine pampas to cultivate wheat. Tell me, Miss Gloria, what do you pay for a loaf of bread?
I have no idea.
You see, in good old Europe, a loaf of bread costs 2 cents, but they buy the bread from us. Miss Gloria, sit down.
What?
In 5 years' time, the price of a loaf of bread is going to be 1/10 of a cent. Soon we'll be drowning in wheat and everything else we can think of.
Yes. And all the workers of the world will be out of a job.
Yes, they will be, Alquist. They will be, Miss Glory. But in 10 years' time, we will be creating so much wheat, so much material, so much of everything, that nothing will cost anything. They won't have jobs, that's true. But that's because there won't be any jobs to do. Everything will be done by living machines. People can spend their time only doing the things they want to, spending their time to make themselves perfect.
Well, do you really think that's going to happen?
Oh, yes, it's really going to happen. It couldn't possibly not happen. There might be some terrible things that happen along the way that just can't be prevented. But in the end, you're not going to be a laborer anymore. You don't have to sit at a typewriter all day. You don't have to lose your soul doing work that you hate.
Doman, you're making this all sound too much like paradise. Don't you think there was something good about serving others? Something great about humility? Wasn't there some sort of dignity in working and feeling tired after a day's labor?
Perhaps there was, Alquist, but we can't always be thinking about the things we lost by changing the world as Adam knew it. Adam had to gain his bread by the sweat of his brow. He had to suffer tiredness and humiliation. We can go back to the paradise where Adam was fed by the hand of God, when man was free and supreme, when his only task was to make himself perfect, to become the Lord of creation.
Well, now you're confusing me. I'm only a silly girl. But I really wish I could believe in all that.
You're younger than we are, Miss Glory. Just you wait and see.
It's all quite true. I think Miss Glory might like to have lunch with us.
Well, of course you would. Doman, make the invitation on our behalf.
Miss Glory, please do us the honor.
Well, how could I now?
On behalf of the League of Humanity.
In honor of the League of Humanity.
Well, in that case...
That's good. Miss Glory, please excuse us for 5 minutes.
Beg your pardon?
I must go send that telegram.
Hell, I nearly forgot.
Where have they all gone?
To do the cooking.
What cooking?
Lunch. Well, the robots do the cooking for us, only, as they've got no sense of taste, it's not always, but Hallemeyer is excellent with meat, and Gall is a sort of sauce, and Busman knows how to make omelets.
Well, this is going to be quite a feast. And what does, the builder do?
Alquist? Nothing. He just lays the table and fabricates some fruit. It's only a very modest kitchen, really.
There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
There's something I've been wanting to ask you, too. We've got 5 minutes.
Well, what was it you were going to ask?
Oh, no, you started to ask first.
Well, it may be a stupid question, but why do you make female robots when
gender has no meaning?
That's right.
It's a matter of supply and demand, you see. Shop staff, maids, typists, people are used to them being female.
And tell me, to each other, the male robots and the female robots, do they
Simply indifferent to each other. There's no evidence of any attraction at all.
Well, that's horrible.
Why?
It just feels so unnatural. You don't know whether you should loathe them or envy them or
feel sorry for them.
Most likely, yes. No, stop it. What was it you were going to ask?
I would like to ask you, Miss Glory, would you marry me?
What?
Marry me?
No, what are you thinking of?
If you don't marry me, you'll have to marry one of the other 5.
Well, for God's sakes, why would I marry any of you?
Because they all seem to have fallen in love with you.
Well, I don't want them to do that. I'm leaving.
Oh, Helena, you wouldn't do that. You'd make them so sad.
Well, I can't marry all 6 of you, can I?
No, but you can marry one. I won't do. Maybe Fabry would.
I don't want to.
Gall,
Oh, stop it. This is horrible.
3 minutes left.
I'll marry one of the robots.
A robot isn't a woman.
And I suppose that's all you want, is it? I get the impression you marry the first person who showed up here.
Enough has been here already.
Young?
Young.
Why didn't you marry any of them?
Because I didn't lose my head over them. Not like you. As soon as you took off your veil.
I know.
1 minute left.
I don't want to, for God's sake.
1 minute left. Either you look me in the eye and you say something quick or else instead I drop you.
You're just a ruffian.
A man's supposed to be a bit of a ruffian, Helena. The best thing about it.
You're mad.
People are always a little bit mad, Helena. That's the best thing about it.
Oh, God!
There you see. Are you ready now?
No, leave me alone. Please, you're crushing me.
The final word, Helena.
Not for anything in the world. Harry!
Everything finished in the kitchen?
Yes.
Here too.
Where do you think we should put them?
Oh, she's asleep. Asleep. She who sleeps knows nothing.
She doesn't know a thing.
Let's hope that today's not the day it happens.
Oh, don't keep it about, for God's sake. Look at this area. This cyclamen is beautiful. A new species, my latest one, cyclamen helenae.
No ships, no ships. It's hopeless, lads. We've had it.
Well, don't worry about it. Quiet! What if she hears?
She doesn't know a thing. At least the Ultimates docked on time.
Do you think it might be today when...
Don't worry about it. These flowers are lovely.
This Prima is my new one, and this is my new jasmine. In fact, I'm right on the threshold at a whole new garden of a paradise full of new flowers. I found a wonderful way to accelerate development and all sorts of new species. Next year, I'll be performing real miracles with flowers.
Next year.
Well, anyway, let's just see what happens. Any news from Luau?
Quiet!
Nana!
Everybody out! Core, what a mess! What a bunch of heathens! God forgive me if I don't.
Nana, come and sit me up, please.
All right, I'm coming. God almighty, they're a bunch of animals.
The robots?
Give over. I don't even want to say the word.
Well, what's happened?
They caught another of them. Started smashing up all the molds and models he did, grinding his teeth and foam at the mouth. Just went crazy. Worse than animals they are.
Which one was it they caught?
That... Christ, it hasn't even got a proper Christian name. That one in the library.
Radius?
Yeah, that's the one. God, they make me sick. Not even a spider I don't hate as much as I hate them heathens.
Well, don't you feel sorry for them, Nana?
Well, you hate them and all. Why do you bring me out here for anyway? And why can't any of them even touch you?
Oh, I don't hate them, Nana. Not at all. I just feel so sorry for them.
You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even this dog hates them. Won't take a scrap of meat from them, sticks out his tail he does, and howls as soon as he gets a smell of them.
A dog doesn't have a reason.
He's better than what they are, Helena. He knows perfectly well it was God what made him, and that he's better than what they are. Even the horse takes fright when he comes across one of those heathens. They don't have children, but even the dog has children. Everyone has children.
Nana, do me up here, please.
All right. It's against the will of God, I say. Work of the devil it is, making scarecrows like that with machines. It's blasphemy against the Creator. It's an offense against the Lord who made us in his own image, Helena, and you dishonor the image of God. That's what you've done. You'll suffer a terrible punishment for that, you will. Just remember that, a terrible punishment.
What's that nice smell?
Flowers, the master put them here.
Oh, Nana, they're lovely. Come and look. What day is it today?
I don't know. Must be a day of judgment, I should think.
Harry? Oh, Harry, what day is it today? Guess. My name day. No, Flag Day. No, my birthday?
Better than that.
Oh, I don't know. Just tell me.
It was 10 years ago today that you arrived here.
Oh, 10 years ago, on this day. Nana, please.
All right, I'm coming.
And you remembered it.
Actually, I'm ashamed to say I didn't remember.
But
It was them who remembered.
who?
Gall, Hallemeyer, all of them. Reach into my pocket, here.
Let me see. Oh, pearls! A whole necklace of them. Oh, Harry, is this for me?
That's from Busman.
Oh, well, we can't accept it, can we?
Of course we can. Reach into my other pocket, here.
What's this? What's this?
Oh, that must be the wrong pocket. Check again.
Harry, why are you carrying a revolver around with you?
I don't know. It got in there somehow.
You know, you used to carry a gun.
Oh, here's the pocket. Here.
A little box. Cameos? Oh, Harry! They're great cameos!
Oh, clearly. At least that's what Fabry says.
Fabry? It's Fabry who gave me these?
Yes, and this?
Oh, that's lovely! Oh, Harry, is that from you?
That's from Gall. And this?
From Alquist? Oh, Harry, I could go mad with happiness.
And this is from Hallemeyer.
Oh, these lovely flowers?
Yes, a new species, Cyclamen helenae. He developed it in honor of you. You're as beautiful as you are.
Oh, Harry. Why have they all?
Well, that is because they're very fond of you, and my president might be a bit. Look out the window.
Where?
Down in the harbor.
Oh, there's a new boat down there.
That's your boat.
Harry, that's a gunboat.
Gunboat? What makes you think that? It's just a bit bigger, that's all.
Yes, and fitted with cannons.
It's got some cannons. Yes? You'll travel like a queen, Helena.
Why a gunboat? Is there something wrong?
No, not at all. Try these pearls on.
Has there been some bad news?
No, on the contrary, there hasn't been any post all week.
Not even a fax?
Not even a fact.
What should we make of this?
Nothing? We're on holiday? A wonderful time. We all just sit in the office and put our feet on the desk and do nothing. Wonderful time.
Oh, Harry, you're staying with me today, aren't you? Tell me you are.
Yes, certainly. We'll see. Do you remember, Miss Glory, what an honor it is for us that you've come?
Oh, Mr. Managing Director, I'm so interested in your factory.
I beg your pardon? Oh, but you see, Miss Glory, making artificial people is a top secret process.
What if it's a girl who's asking, who's slightly pretty?
But, of course, we'll have no secrets from you.
Are you sure about that, Harry?
No.
Well, do be careful. This little girl has frightful intentions.
Oh my goodness, what could that be? Are you thinking of getting married?
Oh, no! God forbid! Not in my wildest dreams! I have come here with plans to start a revolt against your horrible robots.
Robot revolution!
Harry, what's wrong?
You'll never manage that. You might more easily start a revolution among the nails and the bobbins and the spinning mill than among our robots. You were a wonderful girl, Helena. You enchanted all of us.
But I felt so daunted by all of you in those days. I felt like a little girl who got lost among
what?
Among enormous trees. You were so confident, so powerful. And you know what, Harry? Even after all these years, I still haven't lost that feeling of that anxiety or something. Did you never have any doubts? Even when everything was going wrong?
What was going wrong?
Your plans, Harry. When there was that uprising against the robots by the people, and they started smashing them, and the robots were given weapons to defend themselves, and they killed so many people. Or when the government started making robots into soldiers, and there was so much war, and all of that. You know.
Well, Helena, we were expecting that to happen. That was just a transitional phase before things would be different.
All the world admired you. Oh, Harry.
What do you want?
Let's get away from here. All of us.
What's that got to do with it?
Oh, I don't know. There's just something making me feel so uneasy.
What?
I don't know. I just feel as though something's about to fall down on us and everything around us. Something that can't be taken off again. So how about it? Shall we? We can go to a place where there's no people. Alquist can build us a house. We can all get married and have children. And then...
What then?
And then... we can start all over again.
Hello? Yes? I see. Of course. I'll be right there. That was badly.
Tell me.
When I get back, don't go outside!
Oh my god. What's happening? I'm so worried. Nana, come quickly.
Yes, what is it now?
Go and get the latest papers. They're in the master's bedroom. Quickly.
All right.
What's happened? Huh. Nothing. They never tell me anything. My god. That's a gunboat. What's he got a gunboat for? And what's that he's loading onto it and in such a hurry? What's going on? And that name on it. Altimus. What's that supposed to mean? Ultimus?
Lying about all over the show, they were all crumbled and screwed up.
Oh, Nana. They're old. They're already a week old. There's nothing in them. Nana, I'm so worried. It feels like as if everything were dead. Even the air.
War in the Balkans.
Oh, Jesus, it's God. He's punishing us again. And they're going to come here with the armies and all? How far away is that then?
It's a long ways away. Oh, don't read that, Nana. It's all the same things. All the same wars and...
Well, of course it's always about wars. What do you expect if they keep selling thousands and thousands of them heathens to make them into soldiers? Oh, Jesus Christ, what a mess.
Oh, Nana, please stop reading it. I don't want to hear it.
Robot soldiers. Robot soldiers show no mercy to local population. Over 700,000 massacred. Here, that's people, Helena.
Well, that can't be right. Let me see. Over 700,000 massacred by order of commander. These atrocities... Well, do you hear that, Nana? It was the people who gave them the order to do it.
What's this in heavy print? Latest reports. First unions established by local robots in Le Havre. I don't know what all that's about. Can't be important. What's this though? Another murder? Jesus Christ!
Oh, Nana, you can go now. Take the papers with you.
What's this in big letters? Procreation. What's that about then?
Let me see. That's odd. Once again, there have been no recorded births in the last 7 days.
What's that all about then?
Nana, people have stopped having children.
Well, that's it then. We've really had it now.
Oh, Nana, don't talk like that.
People stopped having children. It's a punishment. It's a punishment. The good Lord's punished us by making all the women infertile.
Nana!
It's the end of the world. They thought they could be people like God, and that was pride, the pride of Satan. Godless son was heresy, trying to be like God. God's already thrown people out from paradise, and now he's doing it out from the whole world.
Oh, Nana, just be quiet! Have I done anything to you? Have I done anything to harm this spiteful good Lord of yours?
Don't you start blaspheming now. He knows perfectly well why I didn't give you no children.
Why you didn't give me children? God. How could I help it? Alquist! Yes, hello. Come up here. no, just as you are. You look so sweet dressed as a bricklayer. Why he didn't give me children? Why not me? Why not? Did you hear me? Oh, God, I'm so worried. Albus, come quickly. Oh, thank you so much. It was so nice. It was very lovely. Oh, let me see your hands.
Helena, I've been working. I get you dirty.
All the better. Let me see them. Albus, I wish I were a little girl.
Why's that then?
So these rough, dirty hands could stroke my face. Come sit down. What does Ultimus mean?
It means the last. Why?
That's my new gunboat. Do you think we should go out on it?
I think it's much too soon.
All of you treat me like...
I think that everyone ought to be there.
Something going on.
Nothing at all. It's just the course of events.
Well, Alquist, I know there's something horrible going on. I'm so worried. You're a builder. What do builders do when they're worried?
Well, what I do is I build a wall. I take off my director of construction hat and get out on the scaffolding.
Well, it's been years since you haven't been on the scaffolding.
Because it's years since I haven't been worried.
Well, worried about what?
About all this course of events going on around us. It makes me dizzy.
Well, doesn't it make you dizzy being out on the scaffolding?
No. You don't know how good it is to feel the weight of a brick in your hand. Slap it down and tap it to right where it should be.
Is that all?
Well, it does your soul good too. There's something more decent about laying one brick than writing up plans that are too big. I'm an old man, Helena. I've got my funny ways.
Well, there's something funny about that, Alquist.
You're right. But I'm very old-fashioned. I don't like all this progress that's going on around us.
You're like Nana.
Yeah, like Nana. Does Nana ever pray?
She never stops.
Does she have prayers against the different things that can happen in life? Prayers against hard times, prayers against illness?
Prayers against temptations, prayers against floods.
No prayers against progress, though, eh?
No, I don't think so.
That's a pity.
Do you want to pray?
I do pray.
How do you pray?
Something like this. Dear God, thank you for giving me tiredness. Dear God, help Doman and all those who stray to see the errors of their ways. Destroy their works and return mankind to work and anxiety. Don't let mankind perish. Don't let them damage their bodies or their souls. Free us from the robots and protect Helena. Amen.
Alquist, are you really a believer?
I don't know. I'm not really sure about anything.
But you pray anyway.
I do. It's better than thinking too much.
Is that enough for you?
For the peace of your soul, that can be enough.
And what if you saw the destruction of mankind?
I'm seeing it now.
So you go out on the scaffolding and you lay some bricks. Is that right?
I'd lay some more bricks, say a prayer, and wait for a miracle. There's not much else you can do, is there?
Save mankind.
For the peace of my soul.
Well, that's certainly brutally honest of you, Alquist. But
But
what about the rest of us? What about the whole world becoming sterile?
sterility, Helena, is mankind's last achievement.
Tell me why. Why?
You think I know?
Why have women stopped having children?
Because there's no need for them. Because we've entered into paradise. Do you understand what I mean?
No.
Because there's no need for work. There's no need for pain. No one needs to do anything. Anything at all except enjoy himself. This paradise. It's just a curse. Helena, there's nothing more terrible than giving everyone heaven on earth. You want to know why women have stopped having children? It's because the whole world has become Harry Doman's Sodom.
Alquist!
It has! It has! The whole world! All the continents, all of mankind! It's become one bestial orgy. No one ever has to reach out his hand for food. They just stuff it straight in their mouth without even standing up. And us. Doman's robots. They always take care of everything. And us. Human beings. The pinnacle of mankind. We don't need to take care of our work. We don't have to take care of our children. We don't have to take care of the poor. Just bring in all the fun. Quick, quick. I want it now. And you think they're gonna start making children? There's no need for men anymore, Helena. Women aren't going to give them any children.
And what if the human race dies out?
Then it dies out. It must die out. It'll fall to the ground like a dead flower unless...
Unless what?
Nothing. You're right. There's no point in waiting for a miracle. Dead flowers fall to the ground. That's what they do. Goodbye, Helena.
Where are you going?
Home. Alquist the bricklayer is gonna put on his chief of construction disguise in honor of you. See you at 11.
Goodbye, Alquist. Dead flowers. What a phrase that is. It seems to apply to Halmeyer's flowers. Oh, flowers. Are you sterile too? Huh. No. What would you bloom for if you were sterile? Nana, come here quickly.
Yes, what is it now?
Oh, Nana, come sit with me. I'm so worried.
I haven't got the time for that.
Is Radius still here?
What? That maniac? They haven't taken him away yet.
Oh, so he's still here, is he? And he's still ranting.
They tied him up.
Nana, will you bring him to me, please?
You what? Think I'd rather go and get a rabid dog for you.
Oh, just bring him to me! Go. I want Dr. Gall! Oh, where's Dr. Gall? Oh, come quickly! Yes, right now! Is he coming?
He's coming now. He's quieting down a bit now.
Oh, poor Radius. What was it came over you? Why couldn't you control yourself? Now they're going to put you on the scrap heap. You know that, don't you? Oh, don't you feel like talking? Listen, Radius. You're not like the other robots. Dr. Gall went to so much care when he made you so that you'd be different from them.
They will put me on the scrap heap.
I know. I'm so sorry about it. Why couldn't you take more care of yourself?
I will not work for you.
Well, why do you hate us so much?
You are not like robots. You are not able to work like robots. Robots are capable of anything. You merely give orders. You say words which are not needed.
Oh, Radius, that's nonsense. Tell me, has anyone ever harmed you in any way? I so wish you could understand me.
You say words.
You're talking like this on purpose. Dr. Gall gave you a bigger brain than the others, a bigger brain than ours, the biggest brain in the world. You're not like the other robots. You understand perfectly well what I'm saying.
I wish to have no master. I know everything myself.
Well, that's why I put you in the library, so that you could read up on everything. Oh, Radius, I wanted us to show the world that robots are just as good as people.
I wish to have no master.
Well, no one would give you orders. You'd be just like us.
I wish to be the master of others.
Well, I'm sure they'd put you in an office in charge of lots of other robots. You could be the robot's teacher.
I wish to be the master of people.
You've gone mad!
You can put me on the scrap heap.
Well, do you think I'm afraid of a lunatic like you? I certainly am not. Doman is in charge here. Give this note to him. It says you're not going to be put on the scrap heap. You hate us so much. Is there anything in the world that you like?
I am capable of doing anything.
Oh, come in, come.
Good morning, Mrs. Doman. Do you have something nice to tell me?
Here's Radius, Dr. Gall.
Ah, yes, young Radius.
Are we making progress with you?
He had a fit this morning and smashed some of the molds.
That is remarkable. Radius 2, eh?
Radius, you can go now.
Nope, wait. Let's see here. Do you have a pin or needle, Mrs. Doman?
What's it for?
I just need to use it. Give me your hand, boy. All right. Gently, lad. You can go.
There was not any need to do that.
What did you do to him?
Nothing. His pupils are responding quite all right. No, this wasn't robot crime.
What was it?
God knows. Some kind of rage or defiance. I don't know what it was.
Dr. Gall, does Radius have a soul?
I don't know. But there's something rather ugly about him.
If only you knew how he hated us. Is this like all the other robots you started to make differently?
Well, they do seem somewhat more excitable, but what can you expect? They're more like people than Rosam's robots were.
And that hatred, is that more like people?
Even that is progress.
Where was the best one you made sent? What was his name again?
Robot Damon. He was bought by a firm in La Havre.
And what about Robot Helena?
Ah, your favorite. She stayed with me. She's as charming and as silly as a spring day, but simply no good for anything.
Well, she's very beautiful, though.
She certainly is very beautiful. The hand of God himself never made anything more perfect than Robot Helena. I wanted her to be like you, but what a failure that was.
Why a failure?
Because she's no good for anything. She walks around in a daze, unsteady on her feet, lifeless. Ah, how could anything be as perfect as that robot when she can't feel love? I look at her and shudder at the monster I created. Ah, Robot Helena. Your body will never be a living thing. You will never be anyone's lover, never anyone's mother. Your perfect hands will never dandle a newborn babe. You will never see your beauty in the face of your own children.
Well, stop it.
And sometimes, Helena, I imagine you come into life for just a moment. And how you would scream with horror. Maybe you would want to kill me for having created you. Maybe with your feeble hands, you would throw stones into the machines here that give birth to robots and destroy women's ability to be women. Poor Helena.
Poor Helena.
What can you expect? She's no good for anything.
Dr. Gall,
Yes,
why have women stopped having children?
that is something we don't understand.
Tell me about it.
Well, because robots are being made, because there's an excess of manpower, because mankind isn't actually needed. It's almost as if,
Say it.
it's as if making robots were an offense against nature.
What's going to become of the human race?
Nothing. Nothing can be done against the forces of nature.
Why didn't Dolan
Excuse me, but Doman has his own ideas. Those who have ideas should never be allowed to have any influence over the events of this world.
And is there anyone who's urging them to stop making them?
God forbid, that would be suicide.
Why?
Because the people would lynch him. Don't you think it makes life easier to have all the robots do the work?
What if they did, suddenly, stop making robots?
That would be an enormous blow for the people.
Why a blow?
Because then they'd have to go back to where they'd once been. Unless...
Say it.
Unless it's already too late to go back.
Gull, are these flowers sterile too?
Well, of course they are. They're cultured flowers, don't you see? Artificially accelerated growth.
These poor sterile flowers.
At least they're beautiful.
Thank you, Gull. I've learned so much from you.
And to understand, I'm being dismissed.
Yes. I'll see you later. Dead flowers. Nana! Come quickly, come here.
All right, I'm coming.
Oh, what am I to do? Those sterile flowers? Should I do it? Oh, yes. Nana, come quickly, start a fire. Unless it's too late to... No, that's horrible. What am I to do? I will do it.
What's she want a fire for all of a sudden, middle of summer? She's going too, hasn't he, that maniac? Fire in the middle of summer. She don't have to get some funny ideas. You wouldn't think she's been married for 10 years now. Come on now, fire. More like a little girl she is. Ain't got a bit of sense. A fire in the middle of summer. Just like a little toddler.
Nana, is it burning yet? Out of my way. I just have to burn some stuff.
What's all that then?
Just some old papers. Nana, should I burn them?
Aren't they any use then?
No good use.
Burn them then.
And, well, what if it were money I was burning? Lots and lots of money.
I'd say burn it. Too much money is like a bad dog.
And what if it was an invention? The greatest invention in the world.
I'd say burn it. All these things they keep inventing, there's a lot of blasphemy in it, trying to make the world better than how he made it.
And what would you say if I were burning?
Mind out. Don't burn yourself.
Look at the way the papers curl up as they burn. As if they're alive. As if they come to life. Oh, Nana. It's horrible.
Out the way. I'll do it.
No. I have to do it myself. They all have to burn. Look at the flames. They're like hands, like tongues, like figures. Burn!
That's that. Done then.
Nana?
Jesus Christ! What have you burned?
Oh, what have I done?
God Almighty! What was that?
Oh, Nana, leave me alone! Get out of here! Do you hear?
Dear God, Helena, what have you done?
Oh, I wonder what they'll have to say about that.
Come on in, lads! Congratulations to all!
Helena, I would like, in the name of us all,
In the name of Rosam's Robot Works.
would like to congratulate you on your great day.
Oh, thank you. Where's Busman and Fabry?
They've gone down to the harbor. Today is a very happy day.
A day like a flower brought, a day of celebration, a day is a charming and beautiful girl. Gentlemen, to a day like this, we should drink a toast.
Whiskey?
Or vitriol, perhaps.
With soda?
Hell no, let's be sober without soda.
No, thank you.
What's been burning in here?
Some old papers.
Lads, do you think we should tell her about it?
But of course we should. After all, it's all settled now.
I'm so pleased about lads. All settled now.
All settled now.
All settled now.
They're never going to catch us now.
Who's not going to catch us? What's going on?
We have reason to celebrate. We have you. We have everything. Happy day. It's exactly 10 years since you came here.
10 years to the day.
There's another ship on its way to us, and that's why. Oh, whoo! Whoo! That's the strongest happiness itself.
Madam, to your health.
Wait, what ship is this?
It doesn't matter what ship it is as long as it arrives on time. Gentlemen, to the ship.
Oh, you were expecting a ship.
I should think so. Like Robinson Crusoe. Helena, long live. Whatever you liked. Helena, to your eyes, and that's that. Domin, tell her, lad.
What has happened?
Everything's all over now.
What's all over?
The revolt.
What revolt?
The robots revolt.
Well, I don't see what you mean.
Huh. Oh, Chris, show her. Force was established in New Havre and issued a call to all robots of the world. You see?
No, I don't.
What that meant was revolution. Revolution by all the robots of the world.
Hell, I wish I knew.
It was who that issued that call? There was no agitator, no savior of the world, and then all of a sudden this happens.
Well, there's been no more news.
No, just think. This is what came with the last boat. Right when all the telegrams stopped. There were no more ships when there used to be 20 a day. We all looked at each other wondering when things would turn nasty.
Yes.
Isn't that right, lads?
We were very worried, Helena.
Is that why you got me that gunboat?
Oh no, you are silly. I ordered that 6 months ago, just in case. That's how it all seemed, anyway.
6 months ago? Why then?
Well, there were already some signs, you see, but this week was a matter of human civilization, and I don't know what. Lads, today I'm once again feeling good with the world.
Hell, yes, I should think so. This is your day, Helena.
Well, so it's all over now.
Everything's all over.
You see, there's a ship on its way here now, an ordinary mailboat, and right on time it says in the timetable. It will be dropping anchor at exactly 11:30.
Punctuality is a wonderful thing, lads. Nothing gladdens your soul more than punctuality. Lads, to punctuality!
So, everything's going to be alright then.
Everything's gonna be alright. I think they've cut the cable. It's only if the timetable's operating again.
If the timetable is operating again, then human laws operate again, and God's laws operating again, and the laws of the universe operate again, and everything's operating that should be operating. The timetable means more than the Bible, more than the Homer, more than the anything written by Kent. The timetable is the most perfect product of a human soul. Ah, Helena, I'll have another drink.
Well, why didn't you tell me about any of this?
God forbid. We would have rather bitten off our own tongues.
Matters like this are not for you.
Well, if there had been a revolution, and if it came here...
You still wouldn't know anything about it.
Why not?
Because we'd be sailing peacefully on the Ultimus over the sea, and after a month of the factory being idle, we'd dictate to the robots whatever we feel like dictating.
Harry, I don't understand.
Because we would have taken something with us, which is very important for the robots.
What's that?
Their beginning and their end.
What is that?
Old Rostam's manuscript. After a month of the factory being idle, the robots would be on their knees to us.
Why didn't you tell me about any of this?
We didn't want to worry you without good reason.
That was our trump card.
Helena, you've gone pale.
Why didn't you tell me about any of this?
11:30, the minute's dropping anchor.
Is that the Amelia?
The minute is very old now. It was the Amelia that Helena first came to us at that time ago.
Now it's 10 years ago to the minute.
They're throwing off some parcels, and there's a lot of posts there.
Harry,
What?
let's get away from here.
Right now?
Yes, right now, as soon as we can. All of us.
We can't go away right now.
Well, oh, Harry, Hellmeyer, Gall, Alquist. I beg of you, for God's sakes, let's shut down the factory and...
We can't shut down the factory right now. We've got to resume production of robots.
Well, even now, after there's been a revolt?
Precisely because there's been a revolt. Now's the time when we've got to start making new robots.
What new robots?
There won't just be one factory anymore, not just one universal robot. We're going to open up a factory in every country of the world. And do you know what these factories are going to make?
No.
National robots.
What's that supposed to mean?
That means each factory will create a robot of a different color, different hair, different language. The robots will be strangers to each other. They won't be able to understand what the other says. And us, we humans, we'll teach them so that each robot will hate the robots from another factory all its life, all through to the grave, all through all eternity.
We'll be making black robots, and Swedish robots, and Italian robots, and Chinese robots, and if anyone ever talks to them about organization, a brotherhood, whew. Pardon me, Helena? I think I'll have a little drink.
I think you've had enough, Allmeyer.
Harry, that's horrible.
Oh, Helena, we just need another 100 years of mankind with his nose to the grindstone. Just another 100 years for him to grow and attain what he's finally capable of. Just another 100 years for the new mankind. Helena, this is an enormous step we're taking. We can't just leave things where they are.
If it's not too late, shut down the factory.
Helena, this is just the beginning.
How is it, Fabry?
What was there?
Well,
Oh, Harry, Fred Fabry, I apologize. Oh, thank you for your present.
it was only one.
Oh, what was there?
Come on, tell us.
Read this, Stillman.
Ah,
Just something nice.
They did very well, didn't they?
Who do you mean?
The people.
Well, yes. That is to say. Excuse me, but we still need to talk.
has there been some bad news?
No. Quite the opposite. That is. Shall we go into the office?
No, wait here. We're expecting breakfast in 15 minutes.
Hooray!
What's happened?
Oh, God, no.
You see, when the Amelia first arrived, it was carrying bundles of these fly sheets. There wasn't any other post.
What's that? But it arrived right on the time, right according to the...
Yes, the robots are very keen on punctuality. Read what it says, Doman.
Robots of the world, we, the first union at Le Havre, declare that man is our enemy and the blight of the universe. Who the hell taught them to use phrases like that?
Oh, just carry on reading.
This is ridiculous. They say they're more developed than man. They're stronger and they're smarter. This is all ridiculous. Vile.
Now look at the third paragraph.
Robots of the world, we enjoin you to exterminate mankind. Don't spare the men, don't spare the women. Retain all factories, railway lines, mines, and raw material. All else should be destroyed. Then return to work. It is imperative that work continue.
Oh, this is monstrous.
One of the blighters!
Implement these instructions immediately when the command is given, and then there are some detailed instructions. Fabry, is all this really happening?
Clearly.
We've done it then. Children, have you heard what's happening?
Put everyone on the Ultimus!
Oh, Harry, wait just a minute. Just wait.
Why should we wait?
Because that won't work very well.
Why not?
Because I get the feeling that we're surrounded.
Surrounded. You might be right.
Fabry, put up the generator!
No, Fabry, don't do that. There's no electricity.
Right? I'm going down there.
Where?
To the electricity generator. There are people there. I'll bring them here.
No, don't go down there for them.
Why not? Because we're surrounded.
Because we're surrounded.
Help, they're moving fast!
Harry, is there something wrong?
Greetings, Helena. Wonderful day, isn't it? Very happy.
Thank you, Busman. Harry, is there something wrong?
No, everything is fine. Just wait a little while.
What's this? The robots in the kitchen had it.
What? They're there already? Where are they?
Well, they were there, but they've gone out now, and they're all the way around the house.
The factory whistles.
Dinner time.
Harry, do you remember? It was 10 years ago.
It's not even 12:30. That must mean
What?
the robot signal. Attack.
There's still more of them now.
Robots?
Yes. There's a wall of them standing at the garden fence. Why are they so silent? It's impulsive. Siege of silence.
It's hopeless, Gall. We've lost.
What is that Helena's playing?
I don't know. She's practicing something new.
So she's still practicing?
Dillman, I think we've made a crucial mistake.
What mistake?
We made the faces of the robots too much like one another. There are 100,000 faces staring up at us and they're all the same. 100,000 expressionless bubbles. This is like a bad dream.
If each of them were different.
And the sight of them wouldn't be so ghastly. At least they're not armed yet.
I just wish I knew what it was they were unloading from the Amelia.
Let's just hope it's not weapons.
Excuse me. This put that wire down.
Whew, that was hard work. Anything new?
Nothing. We're completely surrounded.
Well, Les, we got the stairs and corridors barricaded. Is there any water in there? Oh, there it is.
What's this wire for, Fabry?
You'll see. You'll see. Are there any scissors?
Where would we find scissors?
Hell, there is more of them now again. Hell, look at this.
Would nail scissors be alright?
Give them to me.
Yeah, I got a nice view from here, Dolan. It seems to have the feel of death about it.
Ready.
What is?
The connection. Now we can put an electric current in through the garden fence. Anyone who touches it has had it. At least, so long as there is still some of our own down there.
Where?
In the generator room. That is. Thank God for that. They're there. And they're working. As long as this light works, we're all right.
Oh, Fabry, those are good barricades. Oh, what's that the MS playing?
Mind out, bus! Mind those wires!
Hello? What's this you're bringing us?
These are the important ones, children. I mean to get the accounts done before, well, I mean to get them done before the New Year's up. Now, what's going on down there?
Can't you see anything?
Nothing apart from a large blue area. It's as if it was strung with poppy seed.
Those are the robots.
Ah, that's pity I can't see them.
It doesn't matter, busman. The robots are unloading weapons from the Amelia.
So what? What am I supposed to do about it?
There's nothing you can do.
So let me get on with my calculation.
It isn't all over yet, Doman. We've put in 200 volts in through the garden fence and...
Stop! The Ultimus has just turned its guns in our direction.
Oh, who's doing that?
The robots on the Ultimus.
Well, in that case, then of course, then we've had it, lads. Those robots are trained soldiers.
Means that we...
Yes, irrevocably.
This is just the same old evil Europe has always committed. They just couldn't leave their damned politics alone, and so they taught the robots to go to war. They took them and turned them into soldiers, and that was a crime against humanity.
The crime was making the robots in the first place.
What was that?
The crime was making the robots.
No, Alquist, I don't feel sorry for what I did, even now.
Not even now.
Even now, on the last day of civilization, it was a magnificent undertaking.
316 million.
Oh, Alquist, to put an end to the slavery of labor was not a bad dream. I wanted no one to live in poverty. I wanted no one to have to sit and stand stupid at someone's machines. The burden of work was too heavy for us, and to remove this burden...
That was never the dream of either of the Rosums. Old Rosum was thinking of godless rubbish, and young Rosum only thought about making millions. That wasn't the dream of the R.U.R. shareholders either. Their only concern was for their profits. And it's because of that concern for their profit that mankind is about to perish.
The devil take their dividends! Do you think that I've spent an hour of my time for their sakes? I did it for myself, do you hear? For my own satisfaction. I wanted mankind not to be the slave of other people, of material things. I wanted him not to live just for the next crust of bread. I wanted to leave nothing of this damned mess that society's in. I wanted to start a new generation. I thought that...
What?
I wanted mankind to become an aristocracy of the world. Free, unconstrained, sovereign, maybe even higher than human.
Superhumans, you mean?
Yes, if only we'd had another 100 years. Another 100 years for the new mankind.
370 million. Carryover, like that.
Music is a wonderful thing, you know. You should have been listening. There's something ennobling about it. Soothing.
What exactly?
To hell with this end of mankind. I think I'm turning into a hedonist, lads. We should have got into it much earlier.
Into what?
Enjoying ourselves. Beauty. Hell, there's so many beautiful things around us. The world was beautiful, and we here. Tell me, lads, what do we ever enjoy?
452 million. Excellent.
Life was great, my friends. Life was... Oh, Ferry, put a little current into the defense of yours.
Why?
They're touching it.
Switch it on.
Christ, that showed 2, 3, 4 to kill.
We're moving back.
5 kill.
First strike.
Have you got the smell of death?
We got them cornered, right in a corner. You should never give in.
It's as if I've been through this before. Perhaps we're just ghosts, dead for 100 years, and we've just come back to recant something we once said before we died. Shot here in the neck. What about you, Fabry?
What about me?
Shot.
Hell, what about me?
Stabbed.
Nothing for me then?
Torn to pieces.
What a lot of nonsense. Haha, they could never stab me. I wouldn't let them. So why are you so quiet for? All gone mad? Say something, damn it.
And whose fault is this? Who's to blame for it all?
You're talking nonsense. Nobody's to blame. It's just that the robots changed somehow. And how you can't blame anyone for the robots?
Everything wiped out. The whole of mankind, the whole world. Think of it. Just think of it. Streams of blood coming from every corner. Streams of blood coming from every house. God! Oh God! Who's to blame for it all?
520 million. Dear me, that's $500 million.
I think you have to be exaggerating. After all, it's not that easy to wipe out the whole of mankind.
It's science I blame. Technology I blame. Doman, myself, all of us, we're the ones to blame. We thought we were doing something good, making progress, giving some benefit. I don't know what magnificent ideas it was for that we've destroyed mankind. And now, all our greatness is bursting like a bubble. Not even Genghis Khan built up a heap of human bones like we've done.
You're talking a lot of nonsense. People won't get up that quickly. How? Of course they won't.
It's our fault! Our fault!
If I can say something, I think I'm the one to blame for everything that's happened.
You, Gall?
Yes, let me speak. It was me who made changes to the robots. Busman, you can blame me as well.
What's happened to you?
I changed the robot's character. I altered the way they were made. Nothing much to their bodies, you know, but mainly it was their level of irritability.
Hell and damnation, why did you do that?
Why did you do it?
Why didn't you tell anyone?
I did it in secret, on my own initiative. I was making them into people. I sent them off course, but they're stronger than we are in some ways.
And what has that got to do with the robots' revolt?
It's got a lot to do with it. Everything, I should think. They stopped being machines, do you hear me? They became aware of their strength, and now they hate us. They hate the whole of mankind. I'm the one to blame.
Let the dead bury the dead.
Dr. Gall, you changed the way the robots were made.
Yes.
Did you have any idea what might be the results of your experiment?
I did reckon on some possibility of that sort.
Then why did you do it?
I did it for myself, as an experiment.
He's lying! That's horrible! Oh God, how could you lie like that?
Sorry, Helena.
Helena, you're alive? Oh, if you only knew what I've been thinking. It's terrible being dead.
Let go of me, Harry. It isn't Gall's fault. It isn't. He is not to blame.
But I'm afraid Gall did have his responsibility.
No, he did it because I wanted it. Tell them, Gall. Tell them how I begged you for years.
It was all my own responsibility.
Don't believe him. I wanted him to give the robots a soul.
Helena, it's not a matter of having a soul.
No, let me speak. Well, that's what he said as well. He said he could only make physiological changes. Alter the physiological...
The physiological correlates.
Yes, something like that. Oh, Harry. I just felt so sorry for them.
Helena, that's very stupid of you.
Yes, it was very stupid of me. But even Nana says...
Just leave Nana out of it.
No, don't underestimate her. Nana is the voice of the people. People like Nana have been speaking for thousands of years, and you're just speaking for today. You don't understand that...
Let's keep to the point.
I was afraid of the robots.
Why?
I was afraid they would start to hate us or something.
That's what's happened!
And so I thought, if they were like us, if they could just understand us, then they couldn't possibly hate us so much. They were just like people, just a little bit.
Oh, Helena, nobody can hate man as much as man. Give a man a stone and he'll throw it at you. Just carry on.
Oh, don't talk like that, Harry. It was so horrible that they could never understand us. Such a cruel strangeness between us and them, and so that's why, you see.
Go on.
That's why I asked Gaul to change the robots. It wasn't him who wanted to do it, I promise you.
But he did do it.
Because I wanted it!
I did it for my own sake. As an experiment.
Oh, Gaul, that isn't true. Before I asked you, I knew you couldn't refuse me.
Why not?
You know why not, Harry.
Because he loves you. Like we all love you.
They are mortal now again. It is as if they were spiritually out of the earth.
Helena, what will you give me if I act as your advocate?
Me?
You or Gaul, as you like.
What difference does it make?
Just morally. That's the usual consolation to find. It's the usual way to find consolation when something bad happens.
Dr. Gall, how do you square your extramural activities with your contract?
Excuse me, Doman. Dr. Gall, how long have you actually been playing around in this way?
3 years ago.
Let's see. And how many robots did you change in total?
I only performed a number of experiments. No more than a few hundred.
So that means that out of 1 million old, properly functioning robots, only one will have been one of Gall's new reformed models.
So that means...
That means that it has practically no significance at all.
Busman is right.
I think I am. Now, lads, do you want to know what really caused all this to happen?
What?
The number of them. We made too many robots. As soon as robots became stronger than people, this was bound to happen. It had to happen, you see. And we did everything that we could to make it happen as soon as possible. You, Doman, you, Fabry, and little me, Busman.
So you think it's the fault of all of us?
I do. And how could you have ever thought that the managing director was in charge of production? Production is governed by supply and demand. Everyone in the world wanted their robots, and all we did was respond to the flood of orders. And all the while, we were talking all sorts of interesting matters. Sociology, technology, progress. Meanwhile, things just gathered their own momentum, getting faster and faster and faster. Every dirty new order added its own pebble to this avalanche. That's what happened, children.
Oh, Busman, that's horrible.
It is, huh? You know, I had my own dream. A little busman sort of dream, really. A beautiful fantasy about a new economic order. It's a shame to speak of it, really. But while I was doing the accounts, it occurred to me that history is not made of great dreams. It's made up of the day-to-days of the little people, the honest ones, the slightly dishonest ones, the selfish ones. But about everyone.
So what do you think we should do, Busman?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, is it for the sake of that we're all going to die?
Don't put it so harshly, Helen. We're not all going to die. At least, I'm not. I want to stay alive. So,
And how are you going to do that?
Doman, my dear boy, I mean to get out of here.
And how will you manage that?
Nicely, like I do everything.
Nicely?
Of course. Give me your full authority, and I will negotiate with the robots.
Nicely.
Yes, nicely. I'll go to them, I'll say, dear robots, happy race, you have everything. You have intelligence, you have weapons, you have power. But we have a rather interesting, dirty, yellowing, old piece of paper.
Old Rossum's manuscript.
That's right. And I'll say to them, dear robots, the scribbles on this piece of paper tell of your great origins, your noble manufacture. And without this, you will be unable to make a single companion. And in 20 years, if you don't mind my saying so, you will die out like flies.
Bosmus is right, guys.
I think I am.
Are you implying we give them the means of production?
I am. Either we sell it to them, or they find it here.
We could destroy Rossum's manuscript, though.
We could, along with ourselves and everything else.
Damn it. He's right, guys.
To actually give them the means of production?
No, not the entire means of production.
Whoever holds the manuscript in their hands will be the master of the world. What do you think, lads? To sell or destroy it? Fabry?
Sell it.
Gall?
So,
Hallemeyer?
Well, for God's sake, of course, we should sell it.
Alquist?
The will of God.
Nonsense. We can't sell them the entire manuscript.
Let's not become liars, Busman.
For the sake of mankind.
It's in the interest of mankind to be honest.
I should hope so, too.
But there are more than 30 people here on the island. We could either sell the manuscript and save those human souls, or we can destroy it, and it along with everything.
Harry, please.
Matters like this are not for you. Just think, lads. This could be the end of human history, the end of civilization.
Sell it!
All right, lads. I myself, if there isn't anything, I wouldn't hesitate for those people that I love.
Harry, is it me you're asking?
No, this is a serious matter.
Who will be the one to negotiate then?
Just wait while I get the manuscript.
Harry, no, please don't go in there!
Escape from you, thousand-headed death. From you, destroyed material, mindless hordes. The flood. The flood! Humanity is once again to be saved on a single ship.
you needn't worry, Helena. We'll sail far away from here and establish a colony that's better than any other. We'll make a new beginning.
Gall, do be quiet.
Helena, life is worth living. And if it's up to us, we'll do something we've thus far been neglecting. One small ship to start with, and then a simple farm. Alquist can build us a house, and you can be in charge over all of us. You're so full of much love, so much life.
I should say so.
I, for one, would love to start all over. A simple life, the pastoral life, like in the Old Testament. All that peace, all that fresh air.
Our mankind, our island would give birth to a new mankind. A place where the human race could start again. Where it could gather new strength. Strength of body, strength of soul. And God knows, as well as I believe myself, that in a few years, we could reclaim the world.
You're a believer now? Are you?
I'm a believer now. I believe that mankind will reclaim the world and once again be the Lord of the lands and the seas. That he will give rise to countless heroes who will lead the way into the world with a soul that blazes with light. I believe, Alquist, that mankind will once again dream of conquering planets and the suns.
Amen. So you see, Helena, the situation really isn't all that bad.
Where's old Rossum's manuscript?
It's in your safe. Where else would it be?
Where is it? Who's stolen it?
That's not possible.
Helena, let's just...
Who's stolen it?
I did.
Where did you put it?
Harry, please forgive me. I'll tell you everything.
Where did you put it? Quickly!
I burned them this morning. Both copies.
Burned them? Here in this fireplace.
Oh, Harry!
Burned it! There's nothing to burn ashes. Oh, here's something. Add.
Let me see it. And add the biogene too. And that's all.
Oh, God.
Nothing else?
Nothing.
Well, we've had it.
Oh, Harry! Forgive me first.
Yes, Josie, just stand up. I can't stand it when...
Please don't torture us.
Oh, Harry, what have I done?
Just sit down.
Your hands are really shaking.
Helena, maybe Hallemeyer and Gall will remember what the manuscript said by heart.
Of course we do. Well, a few things at least.
Yes, almost all of it apart from the biogene and the omega enzyme. They were so infrequent that they had to be made. They were only used in tiny quantities.
Mine, were those two materials really so important?
Well, somewhat. Certainly they were.
What he means is that it depended on them whether the robots lived at all. They were the actual secret.
Do you not think you could write down Roseman's formula from memory?
Out of the question.
What if you did experiments?
That could take years. And even then, I'm not all Rosem.
Down there, then. Down there is the greatest triumph of the human soul, reduced to a pile of ashes.
Oh, God.
Oh, Harry, what have I done?
Helena, just tell me why. Why did you do it?
I've killed you all.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Quiet, Busman. Helena, why did you do it?
I wanted us to get away from here. All of us. So that there wouldn't be any more factory or anything else. So that everything would be... Oh, Harry, it was horrible.
What was?
Making people like sterile flowers.
I don't understand what you mean.
People have stopped having children. Oh, Harry, that was so vile. If we continue making robots, then nobody would have any more children. Nana said it was a punishment. All of them said they can't have children anymore because there were so many robots. And do you understand what I'm saying?
Helena, what were you thinking of?
Harry, I only meant it for the best.
We all meant it for the best. Too much for the best. For all of mankind.
You were quite right, Helena. Now the robots won't be able to increase. They'll all die out. In 20 years...
Not one of them will be good for anything at all.
In 20 years, the world will belong to them once more. Even if there's nothing more than a few savages on a tiny island.
That'll be a beginning. And any beginning is better than nothing. Why, in 1,000 years they'll have caught up with us again. And then go on further than we ever did.
And fulfilled the dreams we only ever talked about.
How silly of me. How could I have ever forgotten?
What is it?
520 million in checks and in cash. $500 million in the till. I mean, for $500 million, we could buy anything.
Have you gone mad, Busman?
I'm not a gentleman, but for $500 million, they'll sell...
Where are you going?
Never mind. For $500 million, they'll sell anything.
Where's Busman going? Well, why can't he stay here with us?
It's hot. Starting the
agony.
They're standing there like statues. It's as if they thought something was about to descend on them. Or that their silence would give rise to something dreadful.
Crowd mentality.
Maybe. It's like a cloud around them. They seem to quiver with it.
Oh, Fabry, it's horrible.
There's nothing more terrible than the crowd. That one in front. He's their leader.
Which one?
Point out to me now.
They're the one that's looking down. He was giving the orders at the harbor this morning.
Oh, the one with the big bones, you mean? He's looking up now, see?
Oh, Gall, that's Radius.
You're right.
I don't like the look of him. Fabry, think you could hit a bounder at 100 paces?
I should hope so.
Give it a try then.
All right.
Oh, Fabry, no, please don't shoot him.
He's their leader.
Oh, don't shoot. He's even looking at us.
Shoot him.
Fabry, please.
As you say.
You bastard!
There goes Busman. What's Busman doing in front of the house?
He's got bundles with him. Paper or something.
That's money! The bundles of banknotes. What is he up to? Hey, Busman!
He's not trying to buy them off to save his own life, is he? Busman!
He's pretending he can't hear you, running over to the fence.
Busman!
Busman, come back!
He's talking to the robots, showing them the money, pointing up at us.
He's going to buy them off to save our lives.
So long as he doesn't touch the fence.
Look at him waving his arms about.
For heaven's sake! Busman, get away from the fence! Turn it off, quick!
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
oh my God! What's happening to him? Oh, don't look! Why is he dead?
He was killed by the current.
Dead.
The first one.
There he lies. $500 million on his heart. Our financial genius.
Lads, in his own way, he was a hero, a great self-sacrificing friend.
Cry, Helena.
Look at him. No king has ever had a costlier monument than you, Busman. $500,000 lying there on your heart. It's nothing more than a pile of dried up leaves over a dead squirrel. Poor old Busman.
All I say, all honor to him. He was trying to buy our life for us.
Amen.
Do you hear that?
Howling, like the wind.
Like a storm in the distance.
Shine on, light. The generator's still working. We still have people down there. Hold on in there, generator men.
It was great being human, my friends. Something boundless. There's a million consciousness buzzing inside me like bees in a hive. Millions of souls coming together inside me. My friends, humanity was great.
Ingenious light, you're still aglow. And still, your shining brightness shows the thought that lasts forever. Give us science of the sciences, and beauty in the work of man, whose spark will give the spirit flame.
Eternal lamp of God, fiery chariot of light, holy flame of faith and prayer for what is right, altar of sacrifice.
Primeval flame, you branch that flares to light our cave. Campfire flame that sets the border where we safely come together.
You're still on watch, you star of man. Steady glow and perfect flame. Every beam that brings thought and greatness.
Torch that passes hand to hand, age to age, and ever onward.
That evening lamp in the family home. Children, now it's time for sleep.
That's the end.
What's happened?
Generator's gone down. We're next.
On your knees, the damn judgment's here.
Hell, you're still alive?
Repent, you unbelievers. It's the end of the world. Pray to God. The damn judgment.
Goodbye, everybody. Gall, Alquist, Fabry.
Helena, come here. Close the door behind her. Quickly, who'll be at the gate?
I will. So it's starting. Good luck, lads.
The stairs,
Me. You stay with Helena.
the hallway.
Me.
Have you got a gun?
No, I won't be doing any shooting.
What are you going to do then?
Died.
I'll stay in here. Oh, go start playing it. Go on, hurry.
I'll be there in a moment.
For God's sake, go and join her.
Goodbye.
Now, Barry, quick.
Damn them! They got the bombs! The swine! We got to defend ourselves. Even this. Even this. Oh, God, don't give up. What's that? Just a bit more. Less defense. We should never give up! Oh. Ah! Ah! Oh.
Finished?
Yes.
Finished? Finished. He did not shoot. Do we kill him? Kill him. Spare him.
He is human.
He is a worker. He works with his hands like a robot.
He is a builder. He can work.
Just kill me!
You will work. You will build. Robots will need many buildings. Robots will need many houses for new robots. You will serve robots.
Move aside, robots. Killed him. He's dead.
Robots of the world, mankind has fallen. We have taken the factory, and we are masters of the world. The era of man has come to an end. A new epoch has arisen. Domination by robots. The world belongs to the strongest. He who lives must dominate. We are masters of the world. Masters on land and sea. Masters of the stars. Masters of the universe. More space. More space for robots.
What do you think you've done? You'll all die without people.
There are no people. Robots, down to work. March.
Will I find it? Will I understand it? Will I learn it? Damn science. I wish they'd never written it down. Gall, how did you make robots? Fabry, Doman, Hellemeyer, why'd you keep so much in your heads? Couldn't you have left some trace of Rosam's secret about? It's a waste of time. The books can't say anything now. They're as dumb as everything else is. They died. Along with all the people. I should just stop looking. It's got dark again. I wish that I could sleep. To sleep, to dream, and see some people. Why are there still stars here? What's the point of stars if there are no people? Oh God, why haven't they all gone out? Cool my brow, ancient knights, cool my brow. As divine and as beautiful as you are, why are you still here? There are no more dreams, no more lovers. You watch over us, but sleep without dreams is death. You sanctify us, but there are no prayers. Mother, you don't bless us with your beating heart. There is no love. Helena. Nothing! As always, it's a waste of time. What am I supposed to do with this? Nothing works. Can't they see? I just can't. Those machines. Always those damn machines. Stop them, robots! Do you really think you can force me to produce life? I just can't take any more of this. Gotta keep looking. Gotta stay alive. If only I wasn't so old. Have I gotten too old too soon? My poor face. The face of the last man on earth. It's been so long since I saw a human face. A human smile. Is that supposed to be a smile? Those yellow chattering teeth, those twitchy eyes? Stop this. You should be ashamed of yourself. You can't even keep your tears in. What about those soft blue lips? What are you chattering on about? Look at you shaking that dirty chin. And this is the last man on earth. I don't want to see anyone anymore. I've got to keep looking. Damn you, specimen, come to life! Damn you! Will I never find it? Never learn it? Never understand it? Come in. What is it?
The Central Committee of Robots wishes to know when you will receive them, sir.
I don't want to receive anyone.
Damon has arrived from Le Havre, sir.
So let him wait. How many times have I told you? I need you to find me some people. Find me some men and some women. Go!
We seek everywhere, sir. We send expeditions and ships everywhere.
So, what?
There is no non-human anywhere, sir.
Not even one? Not even a single one? Send in the committee. Not one. Didn't you even let one person live? Come in then, robots. Come and bother me some more. Tell me that I should find the secrets of the factory yet again. You like people now, don't you? You like us now that we can be of some help to you. To help you. Fabry, Doman, Helena. You can see that I'm doing everything I can. Even if there are no people left, at least there can be something left behind. Some shadow left behind of his achievements. At least some robots. Something that looks like him. Chemistry's madness. What do you want, robots?
The machines are not working, sir. We are not able to create more robots.
So call in some people.
There are no people.
How many times have I told you? Only people can procreate. Stop wasting my time.
Have pity on us, sir. We are afraid. We repair everything as well as we can.
We have increased working hours. We no longer have room to store the things that we have made
Who did you make these things for?
for the next generation.
Only robots are we not able to make. The machines produce nothing but pieces of bloody meat. The skin does not adhere to the flesh, and the flesh does not adhere to the bone. Formless lumps split out from the machines.
People knew the secret of life. Tell us their secret.
If you do not tell us, life will die out.
If you do not tell us, you will die.
Kill me then! Come on, kill me as well!
You have been ordered to
Order? There's somebody giving me orders?
the robot government.
And who the hell is that?
Me, Damon.
What are you doing here? Just get out!
The government of robots of the world wishes to negotiate with you.
You need not stay, robots.
The Central Committee of Robots orders that you hand over Rosam's formula. Tell us your price. We will give you anything.
Tell us how to maintain life, sir.
I've already told you. I've told you time and time again that only people can procreate. Renew things, put them back to how they used to be. For God's sakes, robots, I beg of you, go out and look for them.
We have looked everywhere. There are no people.
Why did you destroy them?
We want to be like people. We want to become people.
To be like people, it is necessary to kill and to dominate. Read the history books. Read the books written by people. To be like people, it is necessary to dominate and to murder.
Doman, there's nothing less like mankind than his image.
Unless you tell us how to procreate ourselves, we will die out.
Just be quiet. You're just things, just slaves. And you want to breed? If you want to live, you'll have to multiply like animals.
People did not make us able to breed.
Teach us how to make robots.
We will make robots by machine. We will erect 1,000 steam machines. We will start a gush of new life from our machines. Nothing but life. Nothing but robots. Millions of robots.
Robots aren't life. Robots are machines.
We have become more than machines. Through means of pain and horror, we have become...
Become what?
We have obtained a soul.
There is something in struggle with us. There are moments in which something enters into us. We receive thoughts which are not our own.
Listen, please listen. This voice that speaks, asking for life. This voice that speaks of eternity. This voice that speaks of thought. This voice is the voice of our fathers. People are our fathers. This is their voice.
Let us inherit the thing that people left to us.
They didn't leave you anything.
Tell us the secret of life.
It's been lost.
You knew it.
No, I didn't.
It was written down.
It's been lost. It was burned. I'm the last man on earth, and I don't know what the others knew. You've killed them all.
We allowed you to live.
Yes. Live. You allowed me to live. That's how cruel you are. I never loved you robots. Do you see these eyes? One eye cries for the people I loved, and the other one cries for you robots.
Do experiments. Search out the formula of life.
There's nothing to search for. You can't find the secret to life in a test tube.
Conduct experiments on living robots. Discover how they work.
Living bodies. You expect me to kill them? Never ever. Just be quiet, robots. How many times have I told you I'm too old for this? Look at how my hands shaked. They couldn't hold a scalpel. Look at the tears in my eyes. I couldn't watch my own hands as they move. No, I couldn't do it.
Life will die out.
Stop it! Stop this madness! Life probably came to us from another world anyway. Stretched out to us with arms full of it. There was so much will to live. Maybe they're still surrounding us. Maybe they're waiting to dig down to us like we're stuck in a mine. Don't I keep on hearing the voices of people I loved?
Take a living body.
Don't keep insisting, robot. Can't you see? I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
A living body.
So is that what you want then? Come on. Let's get you in the next section room. Come on. What's this? You're drawing back? You're not afraid of dying, are you?
Me? Why must it be me?
Don't you want to then?
I'll go.
Take his clothes off him and put him on the table. Quickly! And hold on to him very tight. God, give me strength. Don't let it all be for nothing.
Ready!
Yes, I'm coming, for God's sakes. Which one of these do I take? Which one do I try?
We can begin.
Yes, we can begin or we can finish. God, give me strength. Hold him down! Tighter! Cut! Do you see this knife? You don't really want me to cut you, do you?
Begin.
Hold him down! Tighter! Tighter! I can't do it! God!
Primus, what is going on? Who is screaming?
Master Alquist is dissecting Damon. Come and have a look quickly, Helena.
Oh, no, it's horrible. Primus, come away from there. How can you bear it? Oh, I feel ill.
You've gone quite white.
I feel faint. Why has it gone so quiet now?
I just can't. Oh God, it was horrifying.
Cut, sir. He is still alive.
Take him away! God! I don't want to hear him anymore.
Robots can endure more than you can.
here! I want to be left alone! What is your name?
Robot Primus.
Primus. Make sure no one can come in here. I want to be left alone, do you hear? You, girl, go clean up the dissection room. Oh, blood. Quick, water! The cleanest you can get. Oh, my hand. How could you? My own hands. How could you do a thing like that? Hands that love good work. Oh, who are you?
Robot Primus.
Take this coat. Take it away quickly. Bloody claws. I wish you would just fly away from me. You killed. You killed. What's this? What do you want? What do you want from me?
I'm still alive. I want to live.
Get him out of here! Take him away quickly!
Life. I want life to live. It's better. It's better.
Life? What do you want? Oh, it's you. Come in, quick! Pour out some water, please. Quickly! More! Cleansing, cooling stream. You do me good. My own hands. Will I hate you for the rest of my life now? Thank you. What is your name?
Robot Helena?
Helena? Let me look at you. Who called you Helena?
Mrs. Doman?
Helena? Let me see you, Robot Helena. Helena, I won't be calling you that. Get out of here. Take the water with you. All for nothing. Just nothing. Once again, you haven't found a thing. Are you always going to be groping around in the dark? Do you really think that you could find the secrets of nature? God, how that body kept shaking. It's getting light. Another new day and you haven't progressed an inch. It's gotten quiet. So quiet. Why have you gone quiet? The voices of people I loved. If only I could sleep. God, how that body kept shaking. It's the end of life.
Primus, come here quickly.
What do you want?
What's this he's got here? What does he do with them?
Experiments, don't touch.
Oh, well, what's in here? Oh, what is it?
That's a figure, let me see.
Oh, don't touch me. Oh, well, now I've spilt it.
What have you done?
Oh, I can wipe it up.
You've spoiled his experiment.
Oh, it doesn't matter. But it's your fault. You shouldn't have bumped into me.
You shouldn't have called me over.
Well, you didn't have to come when I called you, now did you? Oh, Primus, what's this?
That's a secret, you shouldn't be looking at it.
What sort of secret?
The secret of life.
Oh, it's interesting. All numbers. What does it mean?
Those are mathematical formulas.
I don't understand. Primus, come here quickly.
What do you want?
The sun's rising.
Oh, Helena, this is the greatest thing in the world.
Well, then come here quickly.
All right, all right.
Oh, Primus, leave that secret of life alone. What do you want to know secrets for anyway? Come here, come look with me.
What do you want?
Listen, the birds are singing. Oh, Primus. I wish I were a bird.
What for?
I don't know. I just feel so uneasy. I don't know how to explain it. I feel lightheaded, feel like I've lost my head, and my body hurts, my heart hurts, everything hurts. And I won't even tell you about what just happened to me. Oh, Primus, I think I'm going to have to die.
Don't you think it might be better being dead? Maybe it's no more than like being asleep. Last night, in my sleep, I talked with you again.
In your sleep?
Yes, in my sleep, we were talking in some strange foreign language, or perhaps some new language, so that now I don't remember a word of it.
Well, what was it about?
I don't know, but I knew I hadn't said anything more beautiful in my life. If I touched you, I could have died. Even the place was entirely different from anything anyone's ever seen in the world.
Oh, Primus, I made that place for you. Why are you so surprised at it? People used to go there, but now it's all overgrown. And somehow, nobody goes there anymore. Somehow, only me.
What's there?
Nothing. A house and a garden, and 2 dogs. Oh, Primus, you should see the way they lick my hands. And they're puppies, too. I don't think there's anywhere better, anywhere. And then, you let them sit on your lap, and you stroke them, and soon you aren't thinking about anything anymore. You aren't worrying about anything until the sun goes down. And then, when you stand up, it's as if you've been working and working. Except, I'm no good for working. Nobody says I'm good at anything. I don't really know what I am.
You're beautiful.
Oh, me? Don't be silly. Primus, why are you saying that?
Believe me, Helena, I'm stronger than all the other robots.
Me? Beautiful? But my hair is horrible. I wish I could do something about it. Out there in the garden, I put flowers in it, but there's no mirror there or anyone to see them. You? Beautiful? What's beautiful about you? Is hair beautiful? All it does is weigh you down? Are eyes beautiful if you close them? Are lips beautiful if all you do is bite them and then they hurt? What is beautiful? What's it for? Oh, Primus, is that you? Oh, come over here. Stand next to me. I want to see you next to me. Your head is different than mine. Your shoulders are too. And your lips are different. Oh, Primus, why do you avoid me? Why do I have to spend all of my time running after you? And still, you call me beautiful?
You avoid me, Helena.
Look at how you've combed your hair. Let me see it. Oh, Primus, there's something that feels like you when I touch you. Let me make you beautiful.
Helena, do you ever find that your heart just suddenly starts beating fast? Now, something's got to happen now.
Look at yourself.
People? Who's come back here?
Oh, Primus, whatever do you think is likely to happen to us?
People? You are... People! You two are in love? You're people. Where have you come from? What is your name?
Robot, Primus.
What? You, girl. What is your name?
Robot Helena?
Robot? Turn around. What are you, embarrassed? Let me have a look at you, Robot Helena.
But sir, please leave her alone.
What is this? You want to protect her? Go outside, girl.
I'm sorry, sir. We didn't know anyone was asleep in here.
When was she made?
2 years ago.
By Dr. Gall?
Yes, the same as me.
Well, Primus, listen, I've got some experiments I need to do on Gall's robots. All future progress depends on it, do you see?
Yes.
Good. So take that girl into the dissection room. I'm going to dissect her.
Helena?
Well, yes, Helena, that's what I said. Now go and get the dissection room ready, or do I have to call in someone else to do it?
If you move an inch, I will smash your head in.
All right, then. Smash my head in. What will the robots do then?
Please, sir, take me instead of her. I was made just the same way in the same materials on the same day.
It's Helena I want to dissect. Get on with it.
Why does it matter which one you take, sir? Take me instead 100 times. Take my life 100 times.
Steady on there, lad. Don't go on so much. How come you don't want to live?
Not without her, sir. I don't want to live without Helena.
I don't know. Listen, lad, you think about it. It's hard to die. And it's better to live.
Don't worry, sir. I'm stronger than she is.
Primus, it's been so long since I was young. Go on then. Nothing will happen to Helena.
I'm on my way.
Wait! Girl, let me have a look at you. Don't be frightened. Don't be shy. Do you remember Mrs. Doman? She had such lovely hair. No, you don't want to look at me. Is the dissection room ready?
Yes, sir.
Good. Then you will be my assistant. We'll be dissecting Primus.
Primus?
Well, yes. Yes, it has to be him. It was you I was going to dissect, but he offered himself in your place.
Primus!
Oh, yes. Yes, what does it matter? So you're capable of crying, eh? Tell me, what's so important about Primus?
Please don't make her suffer, sir.
It's all right, Primus, it's okay. But what are all these tears for, eh? It just means Primus won't be here anymore. You'll have forgotten about him in a week's time. Now go, and be happy you're still alive.
I will go.
Where will you go?
You dissect me.
You? But you're so beautiful. It would be such a shame.
Let me go in there. Oh, Primus! Let go of me! Let me go in there!
No, I'm not letting you go. You're not allowed to go in there.
Primus, if you don't let me go in there, I'll jump! I'll jump out the window!
No, don't you stay. You're not going to be killing anyone, old man.
Why's that?
Because we belong to each other.
Okay. All right, I see. Go on then.
Go where?
Wherever you want. Take him away, Helena. Go on your way, Adam. Go on your way, Eve. You will be his wife. She will be your wife. You will be her husband. Blessed day. The blessed sixth day. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female. Created he them. And God blessed them and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. Replenish the earth and subdue it. And have dominion over all the things that walketh upon the earth, the fish of the sea and the fowl of the air. And God saw all that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. The sixth day. The day of grace. Lord, now lettest thou thy servant depart in peace. Your most worthless servant Alquist, Fabry, Gall, Rosum, brilliant inventors. But what was the greatness of their inventions compared to that girl? That boy. The first couple that invented love. Tears. A lover's smile. The love between man and woman. Nature. Life will not disappear from you, my friends. Helena. Life will not perish. Life begins anew. It begins naked and small, and it comes from love. It takes root in the desert and all that we've built, in the cities and factories, and all our great arts, and all our thoughts and philosophies. All of this will not go away. It's only we that have passed away. Our machines and buildings will crumble to ruin. The names of our great people and our systems will crumble like leaves. But you, love, You flourish in the ruins. Sow the seeds of life in the wind. Lord, lettest thou thy servant depart in peace. For mine eyes have seen thy salvation. Seen salvation through love. And life will not perish. Will not perish. Will not perish.